So we're back here. Welcome. And so we're still at the SQM here today. Now, like I said, we use other data that we pay for, subscribe for, and I'm not going to show you that like always one little 2 bits here, but I just want to express, because if you're not going to go out there and purchase these subscriptions, I guess it's no value to us. But if you can go out here and we can use this free data and use it to your advantage, you can still make a great informed decision and gives you a lot of clarity, understanding, and you're gaining knowledge through this. Through this, you can understand what's happening in markets and what to look out for. So, what we're looking at today is percent of mortgage repayments to total household income before tax. Now, this is something we need to understand. When we're looking at markets, we don't want the mortgage repayments to be over a certain percentage, because that's when there can be a weak spot in the market. Now, our percentage that we don't like to go over is more than 30%. So if we look at this market here, we're looking at 3056, which is a Brunswick of Melbourne, 9Ks or 8Ks from the CBD north. Now we can see back 2016, census data reveals 27% of owners, their mortgage repayments or the income, is, pretty on the threshold of meeting their mortgage repayments. So they can be living, day to day. It's they're living on a fine line. There's only 20% of them, 27% of them. Now we look, it's hitting close over the average. And what I want to look at is when you start to see markets where they're higher than the state average, dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Now, of course, this market hasn't dropped yet. Nothing's happened. But what you got to understand, what we want to look at we want to look at markets where the mortgage repayments are below the household incomes. So people aren't over leveraging themselves. When something happens to a market and interest rates rise, there's a recession, a depression comes in, and the economy starts to collapse, these markets are the ones that will suffer first, that are over leveraged. The people that are over leveraged and their mortgage repayments are higher or at equal with their their personal income. So that means they're living day by day. Now we want to factor this in, because it's all good looking now. We're looking at today. We're looking here today. It's looking good. This market's performing well. Look how good it is. It's growing 20-30% a year. It's all good. But what happens in the future? If we look 5 years, 10 years down the track, we have to understand, okay, is this market going to be okay? Is this going to be the first market to let go? We don't want our market to be the first market that lets go. We want to be our market to be the affordable market, the market that is not going to collapse first. It may collapse, it may not collapse. If you do the right due diligence, it might just be stable. And that's the best possible outcome. But you don't want to be in these markets. This is how we future plan and understand. We stress test the property portfolio. We stress test this location before going in there and saying, okay, we're going to buy this. We're going to go in this location, but we're doing it because of these fundamentals that were followed, and it is a green flag. Now let's go to another market. Let's just have a look. So as we got Ipswich in Brisbane, we're looking, it's a very affordable market. Medium house it can start from 250K to 500, 600,000. Now, you look at these markets, it's below the state average, and the percentage rate is a lot lower than what the Melbourne market was. Of course, the Melbourne market's a lot more unaffordable, you could say. So they can be the markets where people over leverage themselves, and they can be the very first ones to collapse. Might be good now, but you just, as an investor, you're purely investing on numbers. You're purely investing on lowering your risk. You don't want to take a massive risk where it's going to affect your lifestyle, because you might say, yeah, I'll take the risk. Maybe you might be that sort of person. And if you can handle it, and you got the income and the mental fortitude, and you got the knowledge and you got the understanding, and you know how to weave your way out of it, amazing. But if you're someone that says, okay, I want to do this the right way, the easy way, a fast way in some sense as well, but I don't want it to just affect my life because, look, stress is not a pleasant thing. So anyway, I'm not going to touch too much on that, but this is something to look at. No more than 30%. So, which is amazing. This location here, we don't want it higher than the state average as well. So if state average is over 30%, that's good. But if this is over the state average, there can be some danger to it. These are the markets that we've got the holes in it. They've got that we can let go potentially first. So hopefully you get something from this. In the next video, we're going to start touching on more data, which will get more depth as well. So thank you for watching till the very end. Once again, thank you.